Hello friends, welcome back. My name is PK. In this video, you will learn how to create an inventory management system in Google Sheets for multiple locations or multiple warehouses. As you are seeing my screen, I have created this inventory management system with multiple warehouses. We are at summary sheet and here we have our product code, product name and the unit of the product, and here we have the information for the warehouse 1 WH1. This is opening stock, stock in on the selected date, stock out and transfer in, transfer out, and this is finally closing stock and the value of the stock as per the cost per unit of the product. Then similarly we have the information for warehouse 2, warehouse 3 and warehouse 4, and in the last we have the total for all warehouses or stores. Here you can double click on the date and you can change it to see the summary for a particular date. Now I'll show you the data. So this is the data sheet wherein we have date, product code, product name, unit, warehouse and the transaction type, like you want to in, out or transfer, and then the quantity. If you are transferring, then transferring to which warehouse. Okay, let me show you the one entry here. So let's say on 5th Feb we are doing a entry for product 11. We have opening stock in warehouse 1 is 20. So let me go to the input data and here I will put 5th Feb, and let's say for product 10011, and this is formula, so you can simply fill this down. And now let's select here warehouse 1 and I'm making out the quantity as 10. Okay, now let's come to the summary. Here you can see 10 quantity is stock out and the closing stock is 10, which value is 820. Okay, now let's go to the input again, and on the same date for the same product we want to transfer, let's say transfer 5 quantity to warehouse 2, from warehouse 1 to warehouse 2. Now let me show you. So here you can see we have the transfer out 5 and closing stock is 5, and because we have transfer it to the warehouse 2, so the transfer in the warehouse 2 is available 5 and the value is this. So this is totally dynamic and you can use in your process. Now I will show you step by step how we can create this in Google Sheets. So let's go to the product master first and let me show you the product master. We have product code, product name and the unit drop down, you can select from here, and the cost per unit. Okay, so this is some dummy data. Now I'll show you the list sheet also. We have the list of warehouses. You can change it or you can put your store name, go down or whatever you want. Then here we have the unit. You can add more units. Okay, now let's go to the file and add a new spreadsheet. Okay, so this is blank spreadsheet and let's rename this as list. First we will create the list. Let us go back to the previous spreadsheet. Let's copy this data and come back to the new spreadsheet and paste that here. Alright, let's go to the view and remove the grid lines from here. Okay, add a new sheet and sheet 2 we will rename it as product master. Go back to the previous spreadsheet, go to the product master. We will use the same product name. So let's copy this and paste it here. Okay, so we have list of products and go to the view and remove the grid lines. So we have done normal entry here. The only thing is we have added the drop down for the unit. Let me show you how you can add this. So first of all, let's remove the drop down. So go to the drop down and let us remove rule from here. To add the drop down, you need to select that range, click on add rule and then go to the drop down from range in the criteria. Click on this, select data range, and we can select the data range here. Go to the list and we will select this unit list, and once you have more unit, just change this range. Click on OK. Come to the product master, and here you can see the drop down is available. Now if I click anywhere, I will see that. Alright, so now product master is also ready and the list is also ready. This is normal data. Now let's click on add sheet and we will rename this as input data. In the input data, first we will take the date column, then we will take the product code or product ID, then product name, then we will take here warehouse or store or location, we can say it location. Okay, then let's take the transaction type, and then take the quantity and transfer to. Alright, so now let's select this whole range and go to the border and take the light border, let's say this one. Click on all borders, go to the view, show, uncheck the grid lines from here, and let's make the font size around 8. Align this center, align this center. Alright, we can put the header background, so let's go to the fill color and let's take some dark color, let's say this one. Font color, take the white, make this bold. Alright, so this will be a date inputs. Let's select this range and press D and V to open the data validation rule. Click on add rule and in the criteria select is valid date. Done. Now what will happen when I double click in the cell, this calendar will appear and we can select a date. Okay, and here we can enter the product code, let's say 10001, and we can use here VLOOKUP function to get the value. VLOOKUP comma, go to the product master and select this range and also select the third column which is unit, put here 2 comma 0, and we can add one more column here, just insert one column that can be unit. Okay, and use the same formula which we have used here, copy and paste here. In place of 2 we will use here 3. Okay, now for the location, select this range, press Alt D V, add new rule and select from range, click on select data range and select this range. Okay, now we have the drop down list here. For the transaction type, just select this range and add a new rule, and that will be the first one we will take in, and let's take the green color here, then take the out and take, let's say this color here, add another item that is transfer and take here, let's say this yellow color. Done. Okay, and here we can enter the quantity and we can copy this whole and paste here because this will be also the drop down for the warehouse. Alright, so this is done. Now quickly we will do some data entry. Alright, so we have entered the same data we have available in the previous spreadsheet. Now we will add a new sheet and we will create the summary here. So let's rename this as summary. And put it here. Now in the summary, first we will take the date input. So let's put here date and just right click, go to the drop down and select here a valid date. So this will be a date input. Alright, now we will quickly go to the view and show and uncheck the grid lines from here. Now select these two cells and align them center and middle. Select this cell, go to the fill and let us fill this color and white background, and here we can take the light color, let's say this one. Now select these two together, go to the borders and choose this color with thick border, all borders. Alright, so let's select here one date, so I'm selecting, let's say this date. Now we will create the summary like here we have created. So let's put here product code, then product name and unit. Okay, and we will put here warehouse 1. In the warehouse 1 we will take these values, let's copy and paste as value. Okay, so we will take opening stock, stock in, stock out, transfer in, transfer out, closing stock and stock value. Alright, so let's quickly format this. Let us insert one row above. Now select these two and merge, and here also and here also, and select this range and merge. Alright, now select this range and go to the fill color and let's take some dark color. Now here let us fill this color, and here we will fill the light color of the same theme. Alright, now for this we will change the text rotation. Go to the text rotation and let us select this one. Okay, and we will use the text wrapping also, so just click on wrap and increase the row height and decrease the column width for these columns. Okay, now select this range till the end and reduce the font size, take around 8 and align the center, align the middle. Alright, now for this range we can align the left and align the bottom here. Alright, and make this bold. Now quickly we will put the product code here. So go to the product master and let us select this whole information from here, copy and paste here as value. Alright, and let us select this range till here. Go to the border and take, let's say, this gray color and this thickness, all border. Alright, here we can take the yellow color border. So let's select this range, border of this color, all border. Alright, so this is done and make this bold. Now we will put the formula here. So then we will add more warehouses. So first we will put the formula for opening stock. The opening stock will be before this date, the whole in minus out plus transfer in minus transfer out. That will be opening stock. So let's put the formula to get the opening stock here, and we will use the sum ifs function. And the sum range, go to the input data and we will select the whole range for column G. Press F4 to freeze this, comma, criteria range 1. Let's select the column B, the product code. F4 to freeze this, comma, come to the summary and select this cell and put the dollar before A, comma. The next criteria range, go to the input and select the warehouse, the column E. Press F4 to freeze this, comma, come back to the summary sheet and warehouse 1 will be this cell. And we will put the dollar sign before row number, okay, comma, come to the input again and this time we will select F column. Press F4 to freeze this, and first we will need the in, okay, comma, the last one we will use the date, so select this one, press F4 to freeze, and we are saying date should be less than, and put here and come to the summary sheet of this date. And we will press F4 to freeze this. Just close the bracket, hit the enter. So we are getting here all in entry of this product in this warehouse before this date. Alright. Now copy this formula and just use Alt Enter, starting a new line and put here minus and paste the same formula. So in minus out. So put here out. Now paste the same formula again, but put here plus. This time we will take the in of transfer. So we will use here transfer in. Transfer, but the warehouse location will not be E. Let me go to the data. The warehouse location will be H. Okay, come to summary and let's use here H. Alright, now let's copy the second formula again and paste here, minus transfer out. So I will copy the transfer from here, and this time I will keep the warehouse location same and just hit the enter. So we are getting the opening stock. Now we can fill this down. Okay, now stock in is simple, just copy the first formula from here and let's paste that here, put the equal to. The only difference, we are taking less than of this date, just remove that and hit the enter. Okay, so this is stock in. Now copy this and paste here. Now this time we will take out and hit the enter. Okay, for the transfer in, the third formula, this one, let's copy this and paste that here, put equal to, remove this less than date and take the simple current date, the selected date. And for the transfer out, the fourth formula, this one, let's copy and paste here. Remove this less than date. Alright, so we have put all the formula. The closing stock will be opening stock plus stock in minus stock out plus transfer in minus transfer out. So this is my closing stock. Okay, the stock value will be closing stock multiply cost per unit. To get the cost per unit, we will use the VLOOKUP function here. Select this cell, put the dollar before A, comma, go to the product master and then select this range, press F4 to freeze this, comma 4, comma 0 and just close the bracket. So we are getting the stock value. Now let's select this range, whole range, and fill this down. Okay, so we are getting all values here. Now select these all columns and just paste that here. So just rename it as warehouse 2. Okay, and select, now select these all again and just paste them here. This is warehouse 3. Okay, add few more columns here, just right click, insert 2 column right, and again select and insert 3 column right. So we have inserted more columns here. Now simply just copy the data from here. We need one more warehouse, copy, and let us paste that here. This will be warehouse 4 and this will be total. Alright, now if you want to change the color to differentiate that, you can do that. Let's say here I'm selecting this color, and for this one I'm taking this color, and similarly here you can select this color, and here you can take this color, and for this one also let us take this color, and here for total you can change, let's say this color, and here. Alright, so we are done. This formula we have to change for the total, so we can use simply the opening stock of warehouse 1 plus this cell plus this cell plus this cell, and just hit the enter. Now let's copy this formula and select whole range for total till here, Alt ES, and paste formula only. Alright, so this is done. Now if you change, let's say I'm saying on 15th Jan, then here you can see we are getting the values. Alright friends, so friends, that is how you can create the inventory management system for multiple warehouses. If you have more location or warehouse, then you can simply add them here and you can just use the same formula. Friends, I hope you have enjoyed this video. If you like this video, please hit the like button and please subscribe my channel to get the regular update of my videos. Thank you so much for watching.